The palette control panel, which was there just a second ago, I'll just bring him back up again. There he is. Times out after a short period of time if you ignore it, so she gets lonely. Now, what this does is it gives you access to a whole bunch of features of the console, and one of the key ones that you will play with is this one here, which is the Windows Explorer. And like it says, it's Windows Explorer. What it brings up is the Windows interface so that you can see what files are recorded where and what they're doing. Now, you'll see that there's a USB key here as well. This is the location actually inside the console itself, which records the channel count for the console. And I just want to point out here on this USB key, there's a caution and a readme. Basically, they're saying, oh, don't reformat this drive, you'll lose your channel count. And if you do that, then you've got to send the key back to me, and I've got to send it back to Strand, and they've got to send you another one, and it's all a big headache. So don't do it. When we set up our show initially, we said that the E drive was where our mirror backup was going, and there she is there, video show. We also said in the C drive that we were going to have video show and that we were going to have an archives folder in there, and here's our video show archives, and here they are all being happily recorded away with the backups and the checkpoint files all stashed in this location. So what you'll see in here, there's both backups and checkpoints. Let me just sort this by type, arrange icons by type. So you'll see there's palette backup 1 through 10, because that's how many backups I told it to keep. And then there's checkpoint files happily just building up in here. Because these show files are so small and they save so quickly, we're quite happy to build up this huge bank of backups for your show file. And this is largely because any show file can be easily corrupted by various different means, and you want to be able to have the surety of being able to say, well, you know what, that one's been written onto a bad sector of the hard drive, so we need to get a different version of the same file. That's why we've recorded this main show file out here, and we've got our backup show file tucked away on another hard drive. That's the key thing that you need to make sure that you know about in the control panel. When you throw in another USB key, it will appear down here possibly as the F drive. And if you want to copy a copy of your show off, you need to make sure you put it into the right drive. Don't forget that USB key here is built into the console. If you use the USB key that actually comes with the console, it'll say USB disk. And if you use your own USB key, it'll say whatever it's named as. The only other bits and pieces that are worth knowing about in this area of the control panel are networking. If you're going to set up all of the remote console bits and pieces, this is where you set up all the IP addressing stuff. A little word to the wise. You should probably avoid using DHCP servers on the lighting network. Try and use static addresses for everything, because of various problems that have been had previously with DHCP services, making network connections just slightly annoying to use. Probably perfectly alright in a office environment, but in what we have to do, it's nice to have fixed addresses for everything. The other thing that you might play with is the monitor controls here. When we ship these consoles, we quite often ship them with a 22-inch widescreen, and we just need to manipulate this to make sure that the widescreen picks up the correct size. So I'll just cancel that. The other thing that you might play with is date and time. And so all of these are standard Windows functions that without too much drama, if you can't set them, then you should be able to find someone else that can.